Hello everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson and welcome to the May episode of Healthy RC Living. Well, one way to keep our city green and healthy is to add more parks, and that's exactly what happened here in Rancho Cucamonga. David Wiley takes us to Los Amigos Park.
After years of discussion and planning, Southwest Rancho Cucamonga has its very first park. Hundreds of local residents and the City Council were on hand April 21st for the Los Amigos Park dedication and ribbon cutting.
Before today, it was pretty much a park desert in this region of our town, and it was a priority for all of your council members and our city staff to make sure that we did something special for this region of our community that's very special and near and dear to each one of us.
And you can tell by all the students here and the families that are here today that they are thrilled to have this park in their community.
The nearly 3.5-acre park has been in the works for years and was built on vacant city-owned land along Madrone Avenue. Park construction was made possible by a $3.9 million Proposition 84 grant.
We received a state grant to build a park, but that grant came with one condition, and that was that we had to engage the community in the amenities that the community wanted. And the community came together, not only naming the park Los Amigos Park, and after the Los Amigos Elementary School just down the road, but it also designed the various features.
Some of the park's wonderful features include a skate park, basketball courts, a playground, a pedestrian bridge, and raccoon and coyote water misters to keep visitors cool on those hot summer Rancho Cucamonga days. In addition, there's outdoor fitness equipment that was made possible by a generous donation from IEHP. There's also a tile art project completely designed by 4th and 5th graders at nearby Los Amigos Elementary School that feature illustrations with the theme, "What does friendship mean to you?"
As many of you know, our Los Amigos students have helped to create a beautiful mural about community and friendships that will be appreciated for generations to come and will forever be a part of this park.
All of these amenities were part of the input given by the local community.
I love that it brings the community together and that we have a place to go and it's safe and it's close by. It's just walking distance from our school. And it's lovely to see that it came together with parent involvement, the city, everyone worked together so hard for all of it.
As part of Rancho Cucamonga's vision and the goals of Healthy RC, Los Amigos Park has an environmentally sustainable design with a shaded playground and a bioretention basin that will capture stormwater to recharge the local groundwater. It also incorporates rocks and walls that were on the property before, as well as drought-resistant landscaping.
It's wonderful for our grandchildren and all the children in the community to have a place to go play and where it's safe and close to home.
You can visit the new Los Amigos Park at 8625 Madrone Avenue and see for yourself the wonderful community collaboration this much-needed facility brings to Southwest Rancho Cucamonga. I'm David Wiley for Healthy RC Living.
Well, what could be more important than the air we breathe? A new workshop is helping to teach students about the importance of air quality. Here's David Wiley.
It's no secret Southern California has struggled with poor air quality for decades. Many of us remember the days of second and first stage smog alerts with air pollution so thick we couldn't see our beautiful mountains, and even minimal outdoor activity caused a burning sensation in our lungs. Fortunately, air quality in Southern California, and specifically in Rancho Cucamonga, has improved since those dreary days, but there's still room for improvement. One of the key goals of Healthy RC is to promote healthy living and a healthy environment. As part of that effort, the city is partnering with the U.S. Green Building Council to conduct air quality workshops at local schools.
We have an air quality workshop. We call it the Air Quality Extraordinaire, in which we go to local schools and we teach, first off, high school students how to deliver the information. High school students then come to local secondary schools, such as this one here at Etiwanda Intermediate, and they then deliver the information directly to the middle school students.
The day we visited, students from the Etiwanda High School Environmental Club presented a PowerPoint presentation to middle school students at Etiwanda Intermediate School.
What we're looking to teach kids here today is how to better improve the environment that's around them, and we're specifically mentioning smog and the kind of detrimental factors it plays on kids' bodies with their immune systems and their nervous systems.
This type of peer-to-peer teaching is so important, especially in an area like ours that has a high incidence of childhood asthma. In fact, statistics from California Breathing show that nearly 22% of school-aged children in San Bernardino County have been diagnosed with asthma.
It's very, very relevant in this area because we have such a high level of asthma. We wanted to be able to explain how our impact as humans, using buildings, using cars every single day, can impact the air quality, the quality of the air that we breathe, and how that can then in turn impact our health, and more importantly, our children's health.
And many of us, particularly children, may not realize the impact we can have on our environment, including our local air quality.
So I think that it's important for the students to know exactly how their actions impact the environment, because I think nowadays people don't really realize that their actions actually do have a big impact.
The lesson the high school students gave covered a number of relevant topics about air quality, including explaining what smog is, how it's formed, how weather can affect air quality, and the health effects from air pollution. There was even a really cool demonstration on how to make smog in a jar, giving students a first-hand view of how air pollution is formed. In addition, they provided them with tips on how to improve air quality in their own environment.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, so make sure everybody can see. Just have to decide.
One simple thing that the students could do at home to improve the air quality is to make sure that they are cleaning well, properly, and opening windows, ventilating their house, not spraying too many perfumes or lighting candles.
The presentation got the intermediate school students thinking about the impact they can have on air quality.
I feel more aware about what we could do to save the environment.
I thought it was a great message to spread because we do everyday things and we don't really notice how it affects the air pollution and what we breathe in.
One of the truly unique aspects of these types of workshops is that they enable high school students to take ownership of the material, giving them the tools to pass along information to elementary and middle school students, not only today, but into the future.
Our job is kind of done. We've already taught all the information to the high school students. It's now their turn to take this charge on. They're going to be the stewards and the champions of this valuable information, and they're going to be delivering it again to these middle school students who will be, our future leaders.
And this type of program at the middle school level fits in perfectly with the overall goal of Healthy RC, to empower our community to be the healthiest it can be. To learn more about Healthy RC, visit our website at healthyrc.com. Together, we're making a difference. I'm David Wiley for Healthy RC Living. Bringing kindness to our city and neighborhoods is the idea behind the recently launched Healthy RC Compassionate Community Initiative. The initiative is designed to encourage all of us to help create a unified community through acts of kindness and compassion. Things as simple as opening a door or saying a kind word to a stranger. The initiative does that through a number of ways, including monthly themes, social media challenges, community events, and by reaching out to local businesses as well as social and faith-based organizations.
Well, our pastor really got behind it. He challenged the entire congregation to do random acts of kindness within their city, within this city, and going out and just doing small things from buying lunch to holding the door for people, just doing little things that make the huge difference, being the owner of their block, taking their own city block on and saying that you're going to be the person on your block that does it for your neighbors.
And what's great about Compassionate Communities is that it's a practical and actionable way for everyone who lives, works, or plays in Rancho Cucamonga to participate in creating a culture of compassion. One of the easiest ways for local organizations to participate is by using these Be Kind RC cards, which list ideas for kindness in both English and Spanish.
And we've passed them out to our members and invited them to think about ways of being kind to people and asking them to think about ways of being kind to people that they meet.
Although the Compassionate Communities initiative in Rancho is only a few months old, it's having quite an impact among our local businesses and groups, like the Women on the Move Network, which has incorporated it into their after-school program for young girls.
Part of our curriculum for these girls is compassion. So being part of the Compassionate Cities just gives us a way to let people know what we're doing with our programs and to partner with Compassionate City in making Rancho Cucamonga a wonderful place.
And with the city partnering with local businesses and community groups, they've created an easy template and the tools for anyone to get involved.
And what HRC has done is to give us a lot of tools. Many of people who want to do goodness, they're just lacking ideas, or there's not enough time to think about ideas and be creative. But what HRC does is provides the tools, the creativity, and the ways of communication and the ways of collaboration.
As part of that collaboration to spread compassion and kindness in our community, local businesses, religious, and community leaders are meeting with city staff on a monthly basis to find ways to spread the word.
It's a win-win for everybody. The more we spread kindness, the more we spread love out, especially in our city, the more it engages. Whether you have customers or you have people that attend your functions, you're going to get them engaged just because you're doing something that is really kind, and it just spreads love in a world that is kind of devoid of that a lot of times.
This is something we really encourage everyone to get involved with. You can find more information about the Healthy RC Compassionate Community Initiative by checking out their page on the Healthy RC website. Also, you can be part of the Compassionate Committee, which meets the third Thursday of every month at City Hall. And most importantly, reach out and be kind to those people you encounter every single day. Together, we can make a better Rancho Cucamonga.
We need to channel our energy and our resources through Healthy RC. So I'm inviting everyone to come on board and help us move this initiative forward.
I'm David Wiley for Healthy RC Living.
The Los Amigos Elementary School is also doing their part to help the community with free services. Marco Gutierrez explains.
The Los Amigos Elementary School and the Rancho Cucamonga Animal Shelter had the great idea of setting up the RC Animal Service Center to provide free health services for the pets and families in the community.
One of the services that we really needed in this community was veterinary services. There's a lot of stray animals. So we got together with Dr. Impet and then the Western University of Veterinary Medicine, and they were able to come out today, and we're spaying and neutering 20 pets right now, and then we're also providing free microchipping, free vaccinations, and free licensing for those dogs as well.
The children at Los Amigos Elementary School had a fun time with the help of Agile Paws Dog Sports, who has partnered with the elementary school in developing fun educational programs.
They've been just a tremendous help to our school this year, and they've made several donations to our school, as well as spending a lot of time reading with kids with their dogs, doing some demonstrations for them. They actually did some what they call nose work with the dogs, where the dogs had to go pick out a scent in a little bucket, and the bucket had letters on it, and then they played word games with the kids, and then they did some coloring activities as well.
Agility is the obstacle courses that a lot of people are familiar with on TV. So they've got the weave poles and the jumps and the dog walk and the teeter-totter and things like that. And then nose work is a new sport that's based on bomb and drug detection dog training, but it's a sport that some professional handlers developed for the pet dogs. So we're looking for actual essential oils like anise, birch, and clove. The kids seem to really have a great time and enjoy it, and there's so many of them that said they remember us coming from the last event and being able to read with the dogs and do the demo and things and watch the dogs and play with the dogs, so they've been very happy.
An important Healthy RC priority is to educate children while they're young, and events like this are a great way for children to grow up and understand how and why we care for our animals, and perhaps open their minds to different careers they may have in the future.
I have 2 kids right now, they want to be veterinarians, and they were watching them get the dogs get vaccinations and getting injected with the microchip, and they were so great, the people from the animal shelter as well as the university, talking with the kids while they're going through it, what they were doing with them and everything else. So it's just been awesome.
I heard about this event recently from Dr. Basong, and it sounds like a great event that not only we get to help these animals, but we get to help educate children, which is really important because we're able to provide a service that's needed in the community and be able to help a lot of people that otherwise might not be able to get their animals spayed or neutered.
Because this part of town is kind of known as Dog Patch because there's a lot of stray animals and things, and Dr. Ippett came up with the idea that, hey, why don't we get the veterinary school out here? We could do some free spay and neutering. We could really help the community. And then anybody else who wants to just drop by, they can certainly get their dog vaccinated and microchipped. And the vaccination includes their 7-in-1 vaccination and then also a rabies vaccination as well. So we're providing this service for our families. I've had some other people come out just to have some fun with the kids, and so we're really, really excited about our partnership.
Reporting for Healthy RC, I'm Marco Gutierrez.
A penny goes a long way. Just ask the students at Los Amigos Elementary School, who helped save the life of their dog Bart by organizing a Pennies for Paws event. Here's Marco Gutierrez with more.
For the kids at Los Amigos Elementary School, their more than average reading lessons turned into an extraordinary lesson about compassion and helping others, and left a very special mark of influence on the local community.
We started putting together some lessons for the kids. We asked them what was it that they'd really like to learn about, because we know as educators that it's really important to get kids buy-in from the beginning and to motivate them to want to read and do all these things. And the kids almost unanimously came back with, we want to learn about dogs. Now there might have been a cat or two in there, but mostly it was, what can we learn about dogs? So my team and I, we sat down and we came up with dog stories and things to do with dogs, such as learning about their anatomy. We started reading the book Shiloh, that is a story about animal abuse and things like that.
That's when the unexpected happened, and the opportunity for the Los Amigos Elementary children to have a real-life learning experience.
We started our lessons on animal rescue and animal adoption. And we were right in the midst of this when my partner from next door, Katie Bradshaw, came to me and said, there is a dog in our parking lot over by our multi-purpose room. He's in the bushes. Looks like he's been hit by a car. I think he's gonna die. Can you go over there? I have kids right now. I can't spend any more time with him.
I was on duty, I was on morning duty, so I'm calling the kids into the gate and having the parents, drive through, make sure the line's moving. And one of the parents stopped me and said, there's a dog around the corner. I don't know if he's okay or if he's gonna hurt one of the kids or what. He looks So I walked over and I saw him, and he was in the bushes in like fetal position. He had sores, open sores, and he looked like he was going to the bush to die. I mean, it was awful.
And then I called my friends over at the animal care center in Rancho Cucamonga, and they came out right away and they picked the dog up. And that day for my lesson with my kids, I told them the story about this dog. Well, when I brought it back to the kids, of course they wanted to help right away.
It was, I felt like it was going to be a good experience for me, so I could learn what helping people is all about. And I loved helping Bart because he was someone who needed help.
So Esther, my partner in crime, my assistant, says, let's call it Pennies for Paws and we'll have a penny drive. And so we did. And we collected buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of pennies, and we even got some slugs in there and some Chuck E. Cheese coins, and I even got an IOU from a kid. I owe you.
This became a true passion project for the children, and they did all they can to raise the money to aid their friend Black Bart.
Well, when I heard that Bart got hit by the car, I went home and immediately asked my parents for help. And so they said okay, and they gave me the money. I came back and brought the money to them. And then the next day I had a quarter for lunch, but I was willing to give it to them for Bart. And then I started a YouTube channel about it to let people know about Bart. And so it made a lot of people realize about Bart, and then it went on to Facebook and Twitter and other stuff.
Well, that started tugging at people's heartstrings, and we got a matching donation from Doggy Couture, who's a small business in Rancho Cucamonga. That got into the paper, all this stuff, and it was like lightning. It just took off, and before long, Bart was on a lot of people's minds.
The children were able to raise nearly $500 for Black Bart's surgery, and their efforts had a powerful impact on the community, who together raised over $7,000 for Black Bart and other stray animals at the shelter. What's most valuable is the genuine lesson in compassion the children received that will carry forward.
If you're shy to help others, don't be shy, because if you're helping, then you're doing the right thing to help. And when you're helping, you're making a difference to them and other people. And say if you fall and someone just walks past you, doesn't help. That can't help. But if you make a difference and walk up to them and give them a hand when they fall, that's a big difference. And it makes them happy.
For my kids, for these kids, I was so excited for them that they could see that a penny made a difference.
Reporting for Healthy RC, I'm Marco Gutierrez.
Eating fresh fruits and vegetables is essential to a healthy diet. But for some, getting those healthy fruits and vegetables can be tough due to economic conditions.
That was just the problem facing Laura Jimenez, who had found it increasingly difficult to incorporate fresh fruits and vegetables into her family's diet on a very tight grocery budget.
By the time you go to the grocery store and you buy all the things that you need, usually the fruits and vegetables, those are things that I would maybe put back.
And there are many other local residents facing similar challenges, so that's why the city of Rancho Cucamonga, with the help of a grant funded by the United Way, has established the Bringing Health Home program.
We all learned that Southwest Cucamonga area of the city has less access to fresh fruits and vegetables. And one of the things that came out of what the residents told us is that financial barriers tend to be some of the reasons why they don't eat healthy food options. So one of the things that we did with that grant is provide a financial incentive for them so they can make produce purchases here at the market.
And that financial incentive comes in the form of what's called RC Double Bucks, which allows qualifying residents to get big discounts at local farmers markets.
It's a paper dollar, so people get a dollar-to-dollar match. So for example, a box of strawberries will cost you traditionally like $4 or so. Use 2 of your paper RC double bucks and use 2 of your own dollars, and you only have to pay $2 of double bucks and $2 of your own. So you get $50 per month for the next 4 months.
And it's a very unique partnership in that it allows residents who do not historically attend farmers markets to have an opportunity to shop at farmers markets here throughout the city.
The Bringing Health Home program targets Rancho Cucamonga residents who live in the southwest part of the city, who may have less access and less money to purchase fresh produce.
We're targeting at least 40 to 50 families, reaching about more than 100 people in Southwest Cucamonga, but really just the main purpose behind it is to increase access to fresh fruits and vegetables to those that need it the most.
But in order to take advantage of the RC Double Bucks program, residents must first attend a workshop.
So for someone to get these RC Double Bucks, they have to attend one of our first workshops. So we have workshops once a month where they learn about nutrition education, healthy meal planning, how to create a budget, and to incorporate healthier food items in their own families. So after going through this program, they get the chance to get their Double Bucks at the end of the workshop.
The RC Double Bucks can be used at Heritage Farmers Markets on Thursdays from 2 to 7 at the 4 Point Sheraton, and Friday mornings from 10 to 2 at Victoria Gardens. And plans are being made for new farmers market locations in the city. As for Laura, the program has already made a big impact.
This kind of gives me an incentive to go out and buy more fruits and vegetables, and it makes me feel better because I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, and you know, it's important for them to have a lot of fruits and vegetables, and nowadays kids eat so much junk, you know, so the program's been really good. It's been really helpful.
From the Heritage Farmers Market, I'm David Wiley for Healthy RC Living.
With summertime in full swing, it's not uncommon to see kids head to the nearest pool. But in that time of having fun in the water looms the ever-present danger of drowning. Statistics for this tragedy are staggering, with drowning being the leading cause of death for kids and infants in 18 states. This translates into 4,000 annual deaths and 12,000 kids left with permanent brain damage. To address this important issue, the Rancho Cucamonga Fire Department and the Rancho Libraries have teamed up to present water safety in a fun and informative manner for both kids and their parents.
What we're teaching today, or actually what we're presenting to them through their story time, is Stewie the Duck Learns to Swim. And it's about a little duck who wants to go swimming so badly with his friends, but he doesn't know how to swim. So he has to go through the proper precautions of learning how to swim, getting a life vest, and having mom or dad with him when he goes in the pool. So we're hoping that these kids take all those messages away with them.
With any point of danger for kids and water, there are some common mistakes that parents should be aware of.
There's a couple common mistakes, but the biggest one that we see is supervision is the key. A lot of folks think that, well, just because they're sitting next to the swimming pool while their child is there, that they'll hear them fall in if they're in trouble or something like that. What we promote is active supervision and being within arm's reach of your child so that if they are in trouble, that you can immediately get to them.
Aside from the story time during this presentation, the kids on hand got a chance to create their own water watcher tags, which is an important tool in drowning prevention.
A water watcher tag is something that an adult wears while the children are in the water, and by wearing the necklace around their neck, it's a common reminder that they have the responsibility to watch the children in their water. It gets in your way, it's annoying, we want it to be. If you walk away from the pool for any reason, you should take that tag off and physically give that responsibility to another adult, rather than just walk away, oh, I'm just gonna grab the phone, get a drink, the kids will be okay. We don't want that to happen.
To get more information on how you can keep your kids water safe, log on to abcpoolsafety.org, and there you'll find a wealth of information on this vital topic. For Healthy RC, this is J.R. Ibarra.
Hey Rancho Cucamonga, we're calling out all you active transportation enthusiasts. So grab your running shoes, your bicycles, and kiss traffic goodbye. For the very first Open Streets RC.
Open Streets RC is part of a larger health initiative that's happening all across the world, where cities, towns, counties are closing down the streets and reimagining our environment. And we're going to do the same. On Saturday, May 13th, the Open Streets RC event will be closing down Town Center Drive from Haven Avenue to Spruce Avenue. Come out and join us. It'll be a lot of fun.
So come out and explore your city, Rancho Cucamonga. There's something for everyone.
Well, that'll do it for the May episode of Healthy RC Living. If you missed any part of our show, you can always go to the website, healthyrc.com, or you can catch us right here on Channel 3 all month long. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.